Dude, speaking of buttholes, since we're on the topic, since
Yeah.
we somehow got on the topic,
Never left the topic.
Never.
I think it's more like it.
we stay on the topic of buttholes.
Yes.
If you want butthole conversation,
Is her butthole podcast?
yeah, it's Chakra Poppers.
Yeah. Number 1 in climbing.
I think we are probably leading the podcast culture in butthole talk.
Yes.
Yeah. So I recently realized that I'm kind of a dog snob, a doodle snob,
Oh.
more specifically,
Yes.
right? We have a
Yes.
doodle. We have a beautiful golden doodle,
Yes. Double
Right.
doodle.
double doodle.
Don't underdoodle her.
Is that more butthole talk? He's sneaking in the butthole talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a we do our doodle is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one of these doodles that, and I'm not even exaggerating. People will. She's a traffic stopping doodle.
Mm.
People stop their cars to compliment our doodle.
Somebody once asked me if they could breed with our doodle.
You want to fuck our dog?
Somebody messaged me and asked me if they could let their dog fuck our dog. I was like, sorry, our dog is spayed.
Yeah. Do you think we get down like that?
Apparently they did.
Yeah. Like, I mean, is that the only conversation that people use to breathe? I feel like it would get to
You
know
think they
us
need to
first.
go out? Do you need some dinner and drinks first?
I mean, at least some sort of pry into our life a little bit. You know, try to get to know us a little bit before you ask us if your dog can have sex with our dog. That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
You know,
I guess I didn't tell you about that, did I?
Yeah, no, you didn't tell me about that, and thankfully, because I would have probably called the cops. I would have probably had the authorities.
This
on
person
this
is threatened to rape our dog. No, not them. They want their dog to rape our dog.
Yeah. What kind of what kind of message? What did they message you
on? Messenger.
Like Facebook Messenger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I was gonna ask you, like, what kind of font did they use? Like how did they try to woo you, or like woo? Like, do you know what I mean? Did they try to woo through? Like,
it was a friend of a friend.
Okay.
So the friend wanted to know if we were interested in breeding Anna, because her friend wanted to breed their dog, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
They saw a picture of her dog and that's a sexy dog.
Well,
I know that dog's
They
fucking.
knew our dog from past life, from her past. It was a friend of my mom's.
Gotcha. All right. So
they've been eyeing that dog since she was little. She was like, she's of age now.
They try to
like,
groom our dog.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's even worse. Someone try to groom our doodle.
I see your doodle's all grown up now.
Hey, little doodle, is your mommy home? You're a very mature doodle, way more mature than other doodles your age. You're special. You're a very special doodle.
Mm.
I mean, you probably hear that a lot. So here's my snobbery.
Okay.
Right? Because, and I don't even know if this is a wrong thing that I do. Right?
Probably. But let me hear you and judge you.
Where I very frequently clean our dog's butthole.
Yeah.
I give it a good, and I clean it because our dog sleeps in her bed.
Yeah, and she often has a dirty butthole.
She has a dirty butthole.
I don't know if I had dogs growing up. I never cleaned their buttholes.
It's a doodle thing, because doodles constantly grow hair. They're constantly growing hair around their butthole. So when they dog poop, when they do that, the poop gets in the hair.
Yeah.
Right? And you know, you want a doodle, you obviously also want a clean dog butt.
Yeah.
Right? If you want a proper doodle.
Yeah.
Right? And
are you looking at other doodles' butts out there?
I'm hawking other doodles' butts. Dude, I am on top of other doodles because they don't clean their dogs' butts.
You have seen a lot of dirty doodle butts?
So many dirty doodle butts.
Really?
It's terrible.
Really?
Here's how bad it is. Our dog will sniff another dog's butt and she'll go, she jerks back hard. And before I even see that dog's butt, I know what the problem is. I know. And then they get these, and doodles are beautiful dogs.
Yeah.
Right? And it'll be like a doodle, like colors like white, gray, and black. and then it'll just happen to have like white around the butt hole.
Yeah.
And you look at it, and it's just covered in brown.
Ew.
It's like, where, like, do you even let that dog in your house? Like, where does that dog sit in your house? It's horrific.
Yes.
It's horrific. So I've started to tell people who have dirty doodle buttholes that my dog doesn't play with other dogs. My dog's very unfriendly. Please keep your dog away from my dog. My dog will attack your dog.
After you check out their buttholes.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
Right?
But you shouldn't be doing this. But I'm okay with that.
Somebody's gotta be doing this, or our dog's gonna be.
We have to wash her nose.
Her front face part's gonna be covered in doodle poop.
Yeah.
That's not hers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Disgusting.
It's freaking disgusting.
Our kids let her lick their faces.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't. Your dog, my dog's aggressive. Yeah, so we're back. We're back. The two of us are back with no guest. How you feeling?
Good. We get to talk about more doodle butts.
Yeah. It's been a long day. We just got back from the ADCC East Coast Trials.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was fun.
That was quite a day.
It was.
Quite a weekend, actually.
Yeah, because it started yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Full weekend event.
Yeah. A lot. I mean, it was in Atlantic City. We might as well have been at the beach for how many topless dudes and lady butts we were seeing all weekend.
Yeah.
There was a lot of lady butts and cleavage and topless dudes.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about jiu-jitsu competitions, right? Because you have like most people are in shape.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, like at a track meet or something. It's an athletic event. And then you get a lot of dudes, a lot of testosterone. So a lot of dudes walking around without their shirts on and stuff and showing off their muscles. And then you get a combo of females that are either like dressed like dudes in sweats or like over the top, like cleavage and butt, like exposed, like I was gonna say in a Brazilian way, and then I was like, can I say that? I don't know. But
I think you can say that. I think Brazilians are still one of the cultures left that we can ethnically bash.
They look like they're at a Brazilian street fair where everybody's like shaking and shimmying.
What do you think of people at a Brazilian street fair, Ansley?
I think there's a lot of shaking and shimmying.
Yeah. So it was the funniest part to me is I don't know why this is funny to me, but watching topless men walk around posturing barefoot just cracks me up.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you don't have shoes on. Calm down. I don't know what you think you are presenting.
Yeah.
But you're barefoot. You're probably not pulling it off. You're not a tough guy. Like, I'm wearing
you can't
shoes.
Be tough guys.
Calm
barefoot.
down.
Yeah.
I'll step right on your toes. Get out of here.
You think that will take anybody down a notch?
Dude, I will take a toenail right off.
Ooh.
Get in there and stomp that toe and grind it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll step on your toe like a cigarette butt.
That guy that stood right in front of you had shoes on.
He had shoes on, but he didn't want that. He didn't want that smoke. He didn't want that. My eyes were like somebody we were it was standing room only, and people were shoulder to shoulder. A guy comes and stands directly in front of me.
But like shimmied in there like he had somewhere to be, and then just stopped.
Oh, he had somewhere to be. It was right in front of me.
Yeah.
It was right in front of me. And so he stood in front of me in a way that if I wanted to continue to see, I would have had to step to either the right or the left.
Yes.
And I just stared directly at the back of his head.
I know. I made room for you to come over, and then I was like, he's not moving.
I'm involved in something right now.
He's doing something.
Ansley, I'm a little busy. I'll come over there later.
I know.
Right now, I'm in the middle of something. Yeah. And it was funny.
He lasted about 2 minutes.
He lasted 2 minutes, and I showed there was no aggression coming from me. And I was talking to you normally. I was still commenting on the events, but I was just staring through him. And he was I could feel how hot the back of his neck was getting. He was so uncomfortable. He took his hat off. He started like, oh my God. Yeah. It's hot here. Anybody else hot here?
Still a bizarre thing to do.
Yeah. And then and I feel like I won. He walked away.
Yeah. Yeah.
I creeped him out.
Good job.
Yeah. I groomed the back of his neck.
You did.
Hey there, back of the neck. Is your Yeah, I definitely creeped on him hard. I might have even got a little sexual with it.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but I might have. It might have been like in my mind, like, I'm so glad you stood right in front of me. I might have bit my bottom lip as soon as he stood in front of me. Men can feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if another man bites their bottom lip behind them. Yeah.
Did your hips move at all?
Like they didn't move, but they moved, like my heart moved. Like, you know what I mean? They were moving in my heart. You know what I mean?
Heart, yeah.
I was like passionately hip staring at. I was hipping right into him. Yeah.
All over the back of him.
All over the back of his neck. I'm hipping all over the back of your neck right now.
You
How
think
do you
he's
feel
still
about
thinking
that?
about it?
Dude, he's been doing nothing but using wet naps on the back of his neck the whole entire rest of the day. He's like, why is the back of my neck so sticky? Yeah, so that was fun. It was fun. I felt like you competed well this weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got one win, one loss.
Yeah.
But, you made it to the round of 16.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing to do when there's an article about you being one of the people to watch at a competition.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
At least you didn't go out in the first round.
Yeah, definitely.
So solidified as a person to watch.
Yeah.
The article didn't lie.
Yeah. I'm there to watch.
Yeah. And then we watched. Then you watched. After you lost, you watched the rest of the competition.
Did, yeah.
So you were a person that watched.
Yes.
So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
But so you ready to pop some chakras?
Sure.
Let's pop some chakras. All right, you people, you know what we do here. We're popping the chakras of the world, just the two of us, Ansley and I. We're digging deep. We're trying to make the world a better place. One R-word joke at a time. So the first chakra that we pop is the fear chakra. It's the root chakra located in and around the butthole. More butthole talk. It never ends.
No.
Not with the chakra
just
poppers.
Getting started.
Once you pop, that butthole doesn't stop.
Yeah.
So fear. Anything in the world of fear that has been striking you as of late?
Oh, I don't know. We're getting close to Halloween, right? A lot of fear out there. We haven't made our way to a haunted attraction yet.
Yeah.
But I've been thinking about taking the children to a haunted attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is always a good time.
It is a good time. Which haunted? What type of haunted attraction are we looking at?
I don't know. I think we want to try a different one, but somewhere that you walk through and people kind of jump out and scare you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's what I enjoy. I enjoy because every time we go to a haunted attraction, I'm always, this is for the kids, right? That's always how I'm like. This is for the kids. We're gonna have fun with the kids, and I'm just gonna, I'm chaperoning kids.
Yeah,
like I'm not here to have a haunted good time.
I am going to have a haunted good time.
I don't think it's ever gonna strike me.
No,
I don't think anybody's gonna scare me.
Yeah,
I don't think, and it's the first scare pulls me right into it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm here now.
Yeah. It is so fun.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
To get
it's
a little spooky and be like, ooh, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what are we going to do? Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, it's a good time.
Which is like, yeah. I mean, often we look about we often talk about overcoming fear. And, but sometimes, you go out there and you look for it and fear can have a little fun in it. It's a good thing to remember. It's not just something that you're trying to overcome or get past or move through, Sometimes it's good to sit in your fear a little bit and let yourself feel it and tingle. Let your butthole tingle a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know if that's necessarily the case in Black culture.
No tinglies.
Well, I mean, listen, we will seek fear, but we don't sit in it.
No.
No.
No, we were just talking about Black people do not like to be trapped in elevators.
Oh God, no.
No.
We don't like to be trapped in anywhere where we can't run in a circle. we need a specifically sized, because you probably could run in a circle in an elevator.
Yeah.
But not the size circle that we like to run in.
What size circle
it's
do Black
just
people like to run in?
a little bit bigger than an elevator.
Yeah.
Okay. We like to,
Yeah. Oh, the Black freak out.
Yeah.
You need that space to.
You need a little bit of space, and trapped in an elevator doesn't provide the runaround space.
I understand
now. So
now.
it's crippling.
Yes.
I
understand now.
trap a black person in an elevator. That's how you take them over. That's how slavery started. They just put a bunch of black people in an elevator.
No, yeah, we got them.
Well, I mean, a tiny boat.
Tiny boat, yeah.
Put a bunch of black people in a tiny boat.
They couldn't be running around on that boat. These waves are big. Oh,
yeah,
we got them.
Dude, for 3,000 miles.
That's how, yeah.
It's pretty wild,
That'll
right?
do it.
It's pretty wild.
They came ashore. They're like, we'll do whatever you want.
It might have been further than
Yeah.
3,000 miles.
It's a long way.
It's a trip. That's quite a trip.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Where
scary things happened.
Yeah.
And there was no room to run around.
I think like black people were probably on the boats just like prepping, like, you know, like
Getting...
doing fast twitch muscle fiber
yeah.
workouts. That's why black people weren't fast in Africa.
No.
No. Like Africans aren't fast. They're long distance runners.
That's true. That's true.
Because they're constantly running. Africa's terrifying, Ansley.
Just keep moving.
No African has ever sat down.
That's you got to America and every black person could jump really high. Yeah. They're just on the boat jumping.
Yeah.
There's no room to run.
It's terrifying. You gotta. Can we go up? Can we go up? That might not be historically accurate. That might be slightly off historically, but it might be actually 100% correct. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. I think I was having I think I talked to you about this a little bit, but I was fearing the possibility of never becoming a great man, like a man of greatness.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, you always when you're like, why am I not going to achieve this thing? And it's because I don't feel like I have a solid morning routine.
Man, I almost sent you something that was about. So I read something recently about a morning routine. They were saying your morning is for output and your evening is for input.
Okay.
So in the morning, you need to go for a morning walk. Very important.
Okay.
I think, morning walks. That's when you want to journal. That's when you want to write things down. That's when you want to do your creativity stuff.
Okay. And
then at nighttime, that's when you want to take in, listen to your podcast or listen to your Audible book or read something before you go to sleep. So I read something recently that was talking about that. I was like, oh, that's an interesting way to look at it.
That is an interesting way to look at it because as it stands right now, there is no consistency to my morning.
Yeah.
Like you ever see those videos where they're like, never let them guess your next move? Mm-hmm. And it's just like a string of like non sequitur events.
That's your morning?
Each one of those events is a different morning for me. It's just never the same.
No routine, huh?
Not a single routine.
Do you do anything the same every morning?
I've been charting it and literally no. Not a single similar thing. Sometimes I'll pop right up out of bed and just get up.
Yeah.
Out of bed and go do maybe come into here and send an email or maybe come in here and edit something or go downstairs and just sit on the couch for a little bit.
Remember when you were getting into the what state? The not the flow state, but the and you were counting backwards from 100.
Oh yeah.
Alpha brainwave.
Yeah. That was that. Doing that for as long as I did was the closest I've ever had to a morning routine.
Mm. What do you want in your morning routine?
I don't know, man. Whatever puts me on the path of greatness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want people to talk about me in the history books at some point.
Yeah.
So I don't know, whatever great men do, right? Because it makes you think. You look across history, and there are a lot of different versions of people that we talk about in history. Who's the British guy that people always talk unquote? He was like a war guy.
Yeah, it's in my head, but I can't get it out now. I'm stuck on Champlain.
Yeah, I keep thinking Calvin Coolidge. I know that's not right.
No, now I'm stuck on William Shatner.
Okay, I'm on Mark Twain now.
Are we getting closer?
I don't think we are. I think we're getting way less British about it.
I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, but he's a great man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then you have who's the
Oh God.
Maybe I should start knowing who great men are.
Yeah.
So I can maybe mimic what they're doing.
Yeah.
And just know who they are. But who's
Yeah.
the president that was giving a speech and got shot, but he had like something in his pocket that caught it? And the Rough Riders.
Oh, Theodore Roosevelt.
Theodore Roosevelt, he's a great man.
Yeah.
I bet he had a solid morning routine.
Yeah, I bet he like woke up and he like smoked a cigar and he was racist to somebody and then
Yeah.
he like mistreated a house worker and then he like ate a hearty breakfast and went to work or
Steak. He
something.
ate steak for breakfast, I'm
For sure, yeah.
And like, yeah. And probably like with 2 knives.
Yeah.
Like he would like cut it, poke it.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a glass of brandy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be the key to a solid morning routine, to like wake up and be charged with racism. That probably gets you going in the morning.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's like, so Hitler probably had the best morning routine in history.
Why do you need so many methamphetamines? What is
Methamphetamines?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't know.
Because he couldn't prolong his racism through the day,
Well,
so he had to up it.
They knew nothing about methamphetamines at the time.
So he was just
Yeah,
going.
because it was back then. They were like, "Oh, we found something better than tea. This crushes tea."
Yeah, true.
You know, they didn't have. I don't know if they had coffee yet.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they had coffee. Right?
Yeah.
But it was,
Yeah.
it was like methamphetamines. It wasn't meth like it is now. Like,
Yeah.
like we know it's a drug that you take to like lose your teeth and tinker.
Yeah.
But they were just like, no, we just found something that gets you going.
Good old days.
The good old days. Like you gotta like to wake up with like that sort of hate in your heart.
Yeah.
Has to really get you going.
Yeah, that's a good motivator.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I could never be part of a war. I'm
you
not
couldn't sustain the hate.
I'm not motivated enough I don't hate anybody that much.
Yeah.
Not in the morning.
Your hate builds over the day.
Yeah, I'm more of a evening war guy.
Oh, that's not how the greats do it, Sidney.
No, that isn't how they do it. But that's me. That's my concern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hitler, pop right up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. And that's what I was saying before. Like Hitler probably never hit a snooze button in his life.
No, there's so many Jews out there. How could you snooze?
You can't snooze on the Jews.
No.
Never snooze on the Jews.
No.
I mean, I'm not going to say it. Hitler says it, though.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is something Hitler says, right?
Yeah.
This is Hitler's phrase. Never snooze on the Jews. That's how they get you. That's a Hitler phrase.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
At least that's, I mean, from everything that I can tell about Hitler, he said that.
Yeah. Every morning.
Every morning. Hitler hates the snooze and he doesn't sleep on the Jews.
Yeah.
So
historically correct.
Yeah, let's call that a fear chakra popped.
Yes, I'm afraid for us now.
Yeah. I think we are treading on thin ice.
Yeah, this is not the time to be talking about the Jews.
No, not the time.
We love the Jews.
We love the Jews.
Love them.
We love the Jews.
That's why we're not killing it like Hitler.
For sure.
We have too much love for the Jews.
For sure. And that's could you when people are like, why are you like are you where you thought you'd see yourself at this age? It's like, oh, I do love the Jews though. I mean, I'm not where I thought I should be, but I love the Jews and I don't want to sacrifice that for success.
Yeah.
That's not who I am.
Yeah.
Chakra popped. As a fear chakra pop. And now we're moving on to the pelvis chakra.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And if you don't know, you will know in a second. That is the pleasure guilt chakra. We the apology chakra. So what in the world of pleasure, guilt, and apologies?
I can sometimes be awkward with people,
Yes, I do.
And I feel bad because I feel like because I'm very aware of this about myself, I always want to think that if somebody's being awkward with me, like I could be like, it's okay. Like I've got you. Like I understand. And I feel bad because a girl that I've competed with against, and she seems like a very nice girl, came up to me at the trials, and when we were both warming up the first day, and she was like, Ansley, and I was like, I didn't recognize her at first, and she was like, oh, I competed against you, and I was like, oh, and then I was like, and I said her name, and I was like proud of myself for remembering her name.
Good job. Good on you.
And she was like, it's really nice to meet you. And then she was like, oh. And I was like, ugh. And like, I was kind of like, and I said, nah. And like, we were both just kind of like,
You guys
ooh.
at each other?
Yeah. And I want to apologize to her because I feel like I wanted to be able to make that situation less awkward, and I made it more awkward.
Yeah, it sounds like you did. It sounds like you. Well, it sounds like you both did. It sounds like two awkward ladies found each other in a moment.
Yeah.
Two awkwards don't make a right. You know that, right?
Now I do.
It's not multiplication.
No.
it's addition.
Yeah, it is addition. It just gets worse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like you guys are exponents at that point.
Yeah, we did. We had leveled up. And then when we saw each other today, we were both just like, like no words. Like,
is this okay? Why are you making that sound when you wave at me? It's
so
scary.
You got to make it back though.
Yeah.
That's the only way to deal with that.
Man, you must have like caused like an orbit of people around you guys. Like, what the fuck is up with them? What is wrong with these two?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have an apology from the weekend as well.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
And again, I'm also awkward around people as well. Right. I really don't mind it that much because I know if it gets too awkward, I could always just run in a circle. as a black person, if it gets too awkward, I'll just this is crazy. And people will be like, oh yeah, okay, he's doing a black thing. It's a black thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
But we were leaving. Is the awkwardness when I try to say be nice to that short haircut girl.
Oh, yes.
That was fucking insane. So just to give a little context to what we're talking about. So there was a really talented competitor competing this weekend. She made it to, was it the finals that she was competing in?
Yeah, she made it to the finals.
She made it to the finals of her weight division. And she had a really short haircut, like a boy's haircut. Yeah. She even had a boy's name, and I don't feel like I'm doxing her right now, but her name was Jason, which it was really confusing. Yeah. Because, in the world that we currently live in.
Yeah, that must be, yeah.
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 Part of you is like, I don't want my daughter fighting a, wait, that's a she though, right? You know what I mean? It's like, who names a girl Jason and then allows her to develop a personality where she gets a short boy haircut later on in life.
I don't know.
You got to be on top of that personality.
Yeah.
If you give your kid an opposite sex name, you have to be on top of that personality. Yeah. Could you imagine if my mom allowed me to become anything other than a masculine Sidney? Yeah. It was dicey. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. She
worried about that often.
She did worry. She worried about it quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
I think she was like, I don't need to raise him. I just need to make sure he's not gay.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I think that's what she did. Yeah. So she had a short haircut. She was really talented. And she didn't win the finals. No. And, we were watching these people all day, and you don't want to these people are providing entertainment to you all day long. And we were leaving, and I was next to somebody who was wearing an ADCC sweatshirt, sweatshirt of the venue, of the event. She was blonde and had a short boy haircut. Yeah, yeah. And I said to her, I was like, oh, did you compete today? Yeah. And as soon as I said, did you compete today? She knew. Like, she knew I was not trying to talk to her. Yeah. Right? It had probably been happening to her all day long. And I was like, you compete today? And she was like, yeah. And she had that vibe of like, yeah, but I'm not who you think I am. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I didn't know how to get out of it. Yeah. And I was trying to figure out a way to, I was trying to remembering her. Yeah. And I was like, what's your name? And then she told me her name, and it wasn't Jason. No. And also remembered that the Jason that I'm talking about had like a big knee contusion, like a big swell. So I was like, did you hurt your leg? No. She was like, please leave me alone. So I apologize. I think her name was like
Shayla.
Yeah. My bad, Shayla.
I think that's it.
I'm
Something
stupid.
close to that.
It was very feminine. It was a very
Yeah.
feminine name.
Yeah.
And I.
She's got like double feminine names. It's like Shayla Lindsay or something.
Yeah, it was like.
She's got like two first names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I know of her.
Okay.
Like I think she's from the Midwest though, but like.
Yeah.
She's a very good grappler.
Okay. So, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. And I also too, and I apologize to either one of them if I'm getting this wrong. Right? Jason struck me as a lady who likes ladies.
Uh-huh.
The other one didn't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, aren't you that lesbian? That's basically what I did to her.
Yeah.
You know? So my bad.
Yeah.
I don't think you're a lesbian. I noticed almost right away. I was like, she doesn't seem lesbian. She's like holding hands with a guy as we were talking. I think she was doing that to let everybody know I'm not the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a chakra pop.
There we go.
Got some good apologies out there.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Ansley, we're moving on. We are moving on. We are fixing the world as we speak.
Yes.
I think we're fixing ourselves a little bit too.
Maybe.
At least putting ourselves on the right path.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is we're up to the third chakra. This is the gut chakra, which deals with disappointment, confidence, and self-esteem. Well, it deals with confidence and self-esteem. We make it a question about disappointment, but
yeah.
Confidence, self-esteem. Where are we at?
How about I enjoyed watching the people who made it to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
They shut down the arena, they changed the lights, and they gave them like walkout music, and like they made the whole room dark with these lights so these people could come out, so the spotlight's on them and everybody's watching them walk out. And they have to like go on a platform and then walk down and then walk on this giant mat all by themselves. And I enjoyed watching how people handled that.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like these people have also made it to the finals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're like feeling good and they're feeling themselves, and like you level up when you go to the finals. You're like, I'm here, I'm the best of the best, But you also get some awkward people because jiu-jitsu athletes aren't necessarily, it's not like track athletes, like running athletes. They're not people.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Because track athletes are some of the biggest dorks on the planet.
They are dorks, but they're all like, for the runners, like they can all move with their body in a certain way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they've got to walk, they've got to stride, they've got to have some sort of like smoothness to run at the speeds that they run.
That man, you are completely giving track athletes way too much credit right now.
Really?
Yeah, some of the most awkward movers in the world. I mean, because all you got to do is be able to run correctly. You don't have to be able to do anything else correctly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like running is a very limited skill set.
Yeah, but I feel like you guys do
athleticism.
those drills. Like so track people do those drills where you like high knees, or like you like get a little bounce in your step when you're moving.
Watch
and
this.
You guys practice them all the time.
Watch this.
And I feel like you're
Think
good
about
at them.
those drills you're talking. And again, the drills you're talking about are crazy cool drills.
Yeah.
Right? How many people have you ever seen doing those crazy cool drills at the same time at a track?
No.
Right? It's always like one or two people.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And then the rest of us are like, we can't do that.
Oh.
I mean, I can do it.
Yeah,
I can do
you
it.
can
So
do
I
it.
can do it.
Yeah.
But 98% of the people that run track cannot do those drills.
Okay.
It is watching because in the beginning, like at track practices, they would have like the whole team do the drills together, like to work out together, and you just watch all the fucking body retards
Really?
that can't figure out how to do it.
Okay, well, so those people don't do it in public. The people, the track athletes that can do it, seem to do those drills everywhere you go.
Because it looks cool.
Yes.
It makes you feel cool, and you know that all eyes are on you.
Yes.
Right? It's like, it may push you in your hot pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like, so the jiu-jitsu athletes, I guess, so when they're coming down, everybody's got to come out in their own way, and they need to cover distance, and all eyes on them. And you're also doing it in a way to like get your body moving and pumped up, and you want to fill your lungs. And it cracked me up the way some of these people came out and like moved down the mat.
Yeah.
Like our son's been doing this weird like long leg dance thing that he like moves around. There was like one dude that was like doing that, like
Yeah.
looking very weird. There was one girl that's like was a little bit like
So-
not the most athletic body looking type, and
Yeah.
she came out skipping.
Yeah.
Like-
So, and I'll give you this. At least the people that can't do those drills in track don't have the confidence to try them in front of people,
Yeah.
right? But these, like, I don't know what it is about people that do jujitsu long enough,
Yeah.
but the people in jujitsu that can't dance somehow develop tremendous confidence to dance.
Yes.
It's mind blowing.
Yes.
How much they dance.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love when people that can't dance have the confidence to cut a rug.
Yeah, no, I supported everybody. Like, I'm glad everybody went for it and did their own thing, and I
Yeah.
enjoyed watching it. And it was great. But it was, yeah, it's a sight.
Yeah, jiu-jitsu people can't dance. I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Like per athlete, per capita,
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu is not a dance sport.
Maybe that's where the Americans fall down. Do you think those Brazilians can dance over there?
Yeah, I think it's if you don't mind me saying so, the sluttier the culture, the better the dancers.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes with sports as well, right? Because what do you think is the sluttiest sport?
Cheerleading?
Best dancers.
Mm-hmm.
Per capita, cheerleaders better dancers than pretty much every other sport, right? Now let's take it out of cheerleading. Let's go into any other like a competition sport. Well, I'm not the cheerleading. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So what about those?
What is the best dancers?
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm thinking about like hockey and soccer and lacrosse and field hockey, and I mean, I'm going back to lacrosse.
See, here's your problem.
What?
You're only thinking about women's sports.
Yeah.
The next sluttiest sport is basketball. Men's basketball.
Oh, and
not women's basketball.
Yeah.
That is not a slutty sport.
No.
That is probably the least slutty sport. That is women's basketball is as close as a sport has ever come to just dudes chilling. Just dudes hanging out.
They're very wholesome.
You know what I mean? Throwing a ball around every now and again.
Yeah. They do. Think about the college women's basketball team. Like, they never had like they chilled with each other all the time, but they never had parties.
No. They went to other sports parties.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like women's basketball is
when
like,
they got their get-togethers, we're just like, let's watch a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just hang out and just like punch each other in the arm and shit.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Let's go. Let's hang out, bro.
Yeah.
Women's basketball is like, let's wear the biggest shorts we got and just hang. and that's basically what WNBA games are.
Yeah.
It's just a WNBA game is just like, if you look at it from a distance, like, is that just a bunch of dudes chilling? It's like competitive chilling. Yeah, how do you feel? Chakra Pops?
Yeah.
How we doing?
I think we did it.
Take that, women's basketball.
Yeah.
Man, if I could like stick it to women's basketball like once a week,
Yeah.
I'd be sitting in heaven. That's heaven for me.
Yeah, I know.
Just letting women's basketball know.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I just want to, for those people who are subscribed to our Patreon, first of all, we appreciate your patronage.
Yeah.
You guys really pump us up for this. And if you're not subscribed to our Patreon, hop on board. It's only $1. $1 gets you all of our exclusive content. We're having fun over there.
Yes.
And but I have to let everybody know, the Patreon isn't going to come out right after this episode this week. It's going to come out in a couple days. Long day today at the ADCC trials. We only have enough time and energy to do this one today. Tomorrow we don't have the time, so we have to record in a couple days.
Yeah.
To get the
But it will be
Patreon.
worth it.
It'll for sure be worth it. We'll be spry.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like spry-ish right now.
Yeah.
You know?
We're delirious bride.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. So we're gonna keep on popping.
Yeah.
Let's keep on popping.
To the heart.
Yeah, we're up to the heart chakra. The heart chakra deals with love and compassion. Mm-hmm. And we make it a grief question when we do guests, but Ace, what in the world of love and compassion?
Love. I know Taylor Swift's got a new love. Were you ready for that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, what is it with the world, like society hating on Taylor Swift's dating life? I don't get it.
I don't know. The world does have a lot, like, we all have a lot of, I guess because we grew up with her and, like, she was dreaming about love in all her songs, and then she started dating, and, like, all of the people that she dates are, like, I don't know. It seems like everybody feels like her dad. And we're all like, what are you doing, Taylor Swift? Like, that's too many guys to be dating. You shouldn't be dating him. You know, like, everybody's got so much judgment and, like.
Yeah, everybody. You know that one dad that also jerks off to his daughter?
Yeah, that's
everybody
us.
feels like that dad.
Ew.
You know that one dad that finds his daughter so fucking hot? She's so hot. Oh my God, she's so hot. Why not me?
Oh. I don't know. What do you think it is?
I think it's like a little bit of a counter action because she has this like America's sweetheart kind of feel, and like she has a look of innocence.
Yeah,
you know, she like it's her face.
Yeah,
I don't think she's trying to present that.
Yeah,
I think she just, you know, like some guys have like baby faces.
But she also, like, when she first came out, like, all her songs were about, like, true love and, like, romance and, like, be my Prince Charming.
I mean, that probably has something to do with it, too.
Yeah.
But again, I think it has more to do with the aesthetic.
Yeah,
and I think she presents a certain aesthetic, not purposely, but I think she has no choice but to present this aesthetic.
That's her face.
And she looks like an innocent girl next door type.
Yeah.
Who, you know, whose shit don't stink.
Yeah.
You know, but then she seems like a serial monogamous at the very least.
Yeah, she seems like she's trying.
Very serial.
Yes.
You know?
Gives us a lot of fodder.
Yes. And I think even though she's in monogamous relationships, the fact that it's frequent, I think people are like, oh, you think you ain't a hoe? You a hoe. You a hoe just like we are. We hoe. You know? Because I will venture to say, I don't think Taylor Swift has ever twerked in her life.
You don't, even as a performer?
I don't think she's ever twerked.
You don't think she's capable of it, or you don't think she's tried?
I don't think she's tried.
You don't think she cuts loose like that, huh?
I just think she probably doesn't have the equipment.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know I don't know. I feel like she's always walking on thin ice with society and judgment.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's you know, after Kanye West got up on stage and said that she didn't deserve to win her, she probably doesn't want to be seen appropriating black culture.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Or she was probably just like, she probably got a little racist after that. Probably really helped her morning routine.
Look at her. She was about to phase off, and then all of a sudden she was like back.
Kanye West changed her morning routine.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, she woke up with a little bit of racism every morning. When's that song coming out?
Yeah.
That's when America's going to get back on her side. It's like, okay, you are who we thought you were.
Yeah.
You little devil. You little devil. You're so hot. All right. I feel good about that. And again, I'm going to also apologize if this episode is a little short.
Yeah.
But we just have to get it to you.
Yeah.
We have to get you people the product.
I think we're doing it.
You think we're doing it?
I think we're doing it. We talked about butts for a while at the beginning.
We did talk about butts for a while at the beginning.
My brain is still trying to figure out that British politician. I'm at Walt Chamberlain now.
Oh, you just made me think of Wilt Chamberlain, who for sure is not.
Oh.
That is a basketball player.
That's who I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
I thought I was thinking of.
I think you mixed up Wilt Chamberlain and Walt Whitman.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. I almost said Thoreau. It's not Thoreau, right? Right. But aren't you impressed that we know all these names? Isn't it impressive that we know all these different names? We're so smart.
A lot of names.
We are so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
somebody is screaming at their podcast right now, like, you fucking idiots.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
I thought it was gonna come out.
No.
It didn't come out.
I know.
All right. So we're moving on
Yes.
to where's the throat chakra?
Throat.
Yeah, a little throat chakra action. It has to deal with expression and trust and honesty. Anything in the world of expression and trust and honesty. I'm gonna type that British guy into a search engine and see what comes up.
Just type in British politician and he'll come up.
Yeah.
He's like the only one. Trust and expression.
Keep going.
Yeah. Trying to think of what I don't know. I feel like this one always takes me back to like conversations with the kids, because that's like, you know, the truth and trust and like trying to be honest with them about the world. And it was they were cracking me up last night because they were showing me how they would get a girlfriend. They were like the girls were trying to help Finn get a girlfriend.
Okay.
And so they were doing things like, are you an ice cream cone? Because I want to lick you. And they were like, and Cora was like, after she'd said every pickup line, she'd grab my chin and get really close and like make me look at her. And
she was doing the pickup lines to you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I thought they were doing the pickup lines to their brother.
No.
Okay. Okay.
They were showing him what they were doing it to me.
When you saw the face I made and you weren't like, why is he making that face?
I was, and I was like, why? I was like, I know it's not a good pickup line, Sidney, but I was like, they're eight.
Like, they're trying their best.
It was cute, Sidney.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're back.
Okay.
We're together.
No, they were not doing it to him. They were doing it to me. And then but then like I was talking to Finn about like, you know, like the most important thing about a girl, like what like you know, I was like, you just have to. So then I was showing how to get a girlfriend, and I was like, you know, just being like, how's your day? Like, what are you into? You know, and I was like, Finn, you just have to talk to people, you know, like find somebody that you want to talk to.
Okay. But I will say this is some truth and honesty. No woman in the world has ever given out good advice to a guy on how to get women.
You don't think that's good advice? To tell a guy.
I used to think it was good advice until a woman said it. Now I'm like, maybe that's not what I thought it was. Maybe that's not a good idea.
Come on.
Yeah,
it's good advice.
It's good advice. It's decent advice. But for the most part, women, I mean, just talk. If they try to go deeper, it gets terrible. Right? Because women like to give guys advice on how to get a woman the way they wish that they were able to be gotten. You know?
See, but I wasn't going to do that to my son.
Okay.
I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to spit in their face a little bit, Finn.
That's advice you're going to give him?
Yeah. Go up to him and go, my bad. Did I spit on you? And you're in. What?
It's horrible advice.
It's horrible, but you know it would work. Because like this is what happens. Like you go up to a woman and you spit in her face and go, I'm sorry, did I spit on you? And she'll wipe the spit off and be like, I can fix him. This is the beginning of a long, fruitful relationship. I can't believe this is how I met my soulmate. Yeah.
You.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've been watching that show, Love is Blind, too. Yeah. Do you think that if we met in pods and we couldn't see each other and we could just talk to each other, do you think we'd pick each other?
I mean, that's basically how we met.
But you wouldn't be able to spit in my face. How would you ever win me over?
I don't know. I think women... Dude, first of all, I would definitely be into you. Because I'm a guy. And if I'm talking to a human woman. I can't see her. I'm in a pod. She's in a pod. We can't see each other. We can only hear each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that we could potentially get with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already in.
So you're into anybody.
I mean, I can't help it. I'm a guy. I hear her voice. I'm like, all right.
Sounds female.
Sounds good to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would work though, because I remember often, like when early on in our relationships, when I was like, oh, I fucking hate him.
Mm-hmm.
I never want to talk to him again. And then we'd talk on the phone and I'd be like, that was a really fun conversation. I think I kind of miss him. And then I'd be sucked back in.
You got potted.
Yeah.
It's potty time. Welcome to the potty. You better make sure you're not tardy to the potty. I potted you.
You potted
Yeah,
me.
now we podcast together.
Yes. Continue to pod me.
Yeah, we're just podding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think, yeah, like what we already established, you'd get me right away. Yeah.
Yeah. But you didn't make me feel special, because now I feel like anybody would get you.
I think so. Well, that just I wanted to tell you about this earlier.
Did you find his name?
Yeah.
What is his name? Make my brain stop trying to find his name.
All right. Do you want the full name or do you want clues that you can like,
his last name starts with a C, doesn't it?
It does.
I know, it's so close. And his first name starts with a W?
It does.
We were so close.
Yeah.
Say the first name.
Winston
Churchill.
Yes.
Damn it.
Great man.
Yes,
What a
great man.
man.
Good morning routine.
Solid morning routine.
He definitely had some hate in his heart.
Oh, for sure. You
I'm not quite sure
you don't
who
have to ask.
he hated, but he hated some people.
Probably hated Hitler.
Oh.
Was he around during Hitler?
Winston Churchill was, he was a World War II dude.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a lot of hate. Hate those Soviets, he hate those Japanese. They got, a lot of people got a lot of morning routine shit done with their
Off
hate
the Japanese?
Yeah. They fueled America for a while.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
The Japanese had us up early and working hard.
Yeah.
I mean, the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
No, that was after, right?
Yeah.
Who fueled us on the Industrial Revolution? No, the natives. Dude. Yeah. But so Reddit has the I follow one of the interracial dating Reddits.
Of course you do.
Right? And this girl says, would you date a guy that used to like white women a lot?
No, not a lot.
A lot is in quotes, by the way.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot. So we were talking about types, and he said he liked white women a lot. But that they only were trouble for him, so he started dating his ethnicity, which is also mine, and he liked how they were more. And he liked how they were more. See, this sentence is a little confusing. But that they only were trouble for him, so he started dating his own ethnicity, which is also mine, and he liked how they were more. I don't know.
Oh, they're more. Oh, we know. We know black ladies are more, Sidney.
We don't know. She never says her ethnicity, Ansley. We don't know if this woman is running around in this circle.
But it wouldn't be interracial if he dated like white women a lot.
Ansley only thinks there are two races. Oh my God. How is your morning routine ever going to happen if you only think there are two races, Ansley? That's insane.
Okay.
What is your morning routine?
I drink 32 ounces of water every morning.
So, again, this woman is she never says her race. Oh. And we're going to go under the assumption that there are more than two races. And first he said that he didn't have a type, but then admitted he used to when I said, okay, first he said he didn't have a type, but then admitted he used to when I said I didn't think having a type was a bad thing, right? So now I feel like second best, like he would prefer a white woman or something. Like he doesn't think my ethnicity is as pretty.
Well, you're right. If white women are more trouble, then he's probably not black.
Why do you think that? Please explain.
I cannot.
What are you saying about white women? Is this about white women or is this about black?
I think she's Asian now.
You think she's Asian? She's an Asian lady. All right. But I mean, I guess that fits into what we the throat chakra is. I don't think everybody always wants to know the truth. Like you think you want to know the truth.
Yeah.
Like that's terrible that he got tricked into telling her the truth.
Yeah.
And then this is what she's doing with it.
Oh yeah. No, like you see that on this wonderful show that I watch. Like people are like some people will be like, well, I just don't feel like you're being, like open with me and da da da. And then they tell them some shit and they're like, whoa, and like the person's like, was that too much? And they're like, I'm just processing it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no.
Yeah. What have I done?
Yeah.
What have I done?
Yeah.
Right. And he's with you.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah. It's like, I don't get any of that.
Yeah.
And there's more of it. Let me see.
That's also the hard thing too, because like, like maybe you're with somebody and maybe they're not the prettiest person you've ever met,
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, like sitcoms get into that, when you make lists and you're like, oh, this person's all these wonderful things. And their negative is like, they're not, like, I'm referencing like Friends, like she's not Rachel, you know, like, like there's like more goes into the person that you want to be with than like, they might not be the most attractive person to you.
Dude, and the answer is the same for both these directions. If you think one particular ethnicity is unattractive, or if you think one particular ethnicity is always attractive, you're just not around that ethnicity enough.
It's very true.
That's all it is.
It's very true.
Because it's like, it's like not everybody is getting picked in every ethnicity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you basing that off of?
Yeah.
Like your algorithm? Your algorithm's only showing you the hottest of every race
right.
there is.
For sure.
So, like, what are you even basing
We can find
the
trailer park of every race.
There's a trailer park in every ethnicity.
Yes.
Right?
That should comfort people, right? Should you sleep better knowing that? You're welcome, people.
Yeah. You know that race that you're really attracted to? There's some ugly ones too.
Yeah.
Trust me, they're not all gold. So what do you think how do you think this lady handled this relationship?
Oh geez.
Like what do you think her next move was?
Oh. So her next move, does she need to test him? She needed to test to find out if he was still into white ladies?
How would she test him?
She would bring over her friend that's a white lady and be like, do you like her? I don't know. She's gonna leave magazines around and see if he picks up
which ones
Vogue.
he picks up.
Yeah. Or if he picks up Ebony, or if he picks up the
we
other
don't
ones.
know any Asian magazines.
I know, but one of those.
Do Haitians have magazines?
I don't know.
Chopsticks. Did you get you get the new chopsticks, by the way? Wait, the weekly one, right?
Yeah.
Weekly chopsticks. All right. She said, and this is, I'm reading from it again. She goes, I told him I didn't want to be with him anymore because of this, and he threatened to harm himself.
Oh, no.
Am I being fair?
Oh, no.
He said it's in the past and that he doesn't like them anymore, but I don't believe you can just change that. Like, what does that mean? Because it's this just illustrates how much women don't get guys.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't think you can just change the types of people you want to fuck. Yeah. It's very easy for a guy to change his type for who he wants to have sex with. Right? Whoever consents, that is his type.
Yeah.
That's that. It's not fucking rocket science.
Yeah.
Like women might have complicated, algorithms for how they decide whether or not they really want to be with a person.
Yeah.
But even that is like, oh, yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, he makes $300,000 a year? I think I can make an exception. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, people aren't that complicated. And she goes, he said he does find me attractive, but it doesn't make sense and I don't believe him.
So she's saying, okay, I mean,
she must not be attractive.
but it's not just like a her thing. It's like he liked white women at one point, and so he'll never like anybody but white women. is what she's saying.
But that is the stigma that gets placed on, and again, I don't know what race he is, but if you're a man of any brownness,
Yeah.
right, and you date one white woman,
Yeah.
you get seen as a person who's only into white women now.
Why don't we get a cool saying then? You know, like, but once you go
Whoa.
black and
Once you go black, you never go back.
How come I don't get a like?
Oh, once you go white, you know that ain't right.
No, that's not a good one.
That is the saying, though.
That's a saying?
I don't know, but that's the sentiment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's definitely how society feels.
Yeah.
Once you go white, you know that ain't right. You know that ain't right. Once you go white, you must hate your mom. That's the phrase.
Yeah.
Can we put that on a t-shirt? All right, chakra pop.
Yeah, it's a very pop.
That's a very pop chakra.
2 pops.
We might need to put some of that chakra back.
Yeah. We made a hole.
Yeah. Can we? All right, so we're moving on.
Yeah.
Let's we're up to the third eye chakra.
Okay.
Thank God we're almost done. Winston Churchill.
Let's get a little open-minded now, Sidney.
Let's please. Let's please. So this has to deal with intellect and open-mindedness.
Yeah.
So you got any open-mindedness for us? Once you go white, you must hate your mom.
Oh. I don't know if I have any open. I don't have any intellect. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
I mean, I guess the closest thing that I have is the other day I was at a roast. I was judging a roast battle, and one of the pairs of roasters was Nancy, who is a transgender human, male to female, very funny person, and she was roasting against a woman named Brooke, you know, who's
a female, and so she's obviously not funny. Just kidding. little comedy joke there. You know,
that was a comedy joke, but you got to be careful because she didn't have her best.
Oh,
she didn't have
I didn't
her best
mean. What was her name?
No.
I didn't. Okay,
I'm not repeating
I
her
didn't
name.
I don't know her. That wasn't a personal thing. It was just a joke.
But it was spot on. No, just kidding. I'm back to judging the roast battle again.
We're just roasting you. We're roasting you.
It put me right back into it. But Brooke is a tall lady.
Yeah.
You know, and Nancy is also a taller lady, right? And they're roasting each other. Brooke was going in on the fact that Nancy was a transgender.
Yeah.
You know, and so before their match, there was a match against 2 white guys who kind of looked alike. And so all the judges were making fun of the fact that these guys looked alike. And one of them,
2 white dudes.
Basically.
Yeah.
And one of them
Always a
was
good
making
joke.
fun of the other one for being short, and they were like the same exact height.
Yeah.
You know, so we were making fun of all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Nancy and the one who we will not rename.
You already said her name.
Because you're just going to take her down again. She's I like her. She's a nice lady.
Look, I think Brooke is hilarious.
Oh, you remembered her name? Brooke Churchill. So she, when they were done and it was time for the judges to speak, I made a joke. Right?
Yes.
The joke that I made was, once again, 2 indiscriminate white men.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a funny joke.
Yeah.
It's a tee.
Yeah.
Right? But, you know, I had to get in a place of love and open-mindedness and acceptance before I could say the joke. Because if I said it from any other place, it would have just felt
Hitler.
mean. You know what I mean?
Don't be Hitler.
Yeah. So I had to
end of the day Hitler. You weren't like waking up motivated Hitler. You were end of the day with all your hate.
I might have been a little morning Hitler. That's output.
Yeah, true.
That's output.
True.
I was morning Hitler.
You were morning.
Get my morning Hitler going.
Yes.
At a roast battle.
Yeah.
But I knew better.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do morning Hitler right now.
No.
I'm gonna hit him with that evening Hitler.
There we go.
This is bedtime Hitler. This is nighty night Hitler.
Yeah.
Just gonna tuck you in with a little Hitler real quick. So, but it went well. It went well.
Good.
And it was received well by Nancy.
Sometimes the people love Hitler too.
Yeah. I don't think Brooke liked it so much,
No.
right? But I went and spoke to both of them afterwards. They were like hanging out. We were like afterwards. I went and spoke to both of them. I didn't apologize. It was a roast battle. I mean, I feel like everybody knows that stuff stays on the stage. But I talked to them both afterwards, and it felt like the conversation went well, at least between Nancy and me.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Brooke was trying to show me that she wasn't bothered by it.
Yeah.
So I'll take that as a or she might have also been trying to like come up with something to really like fuck me. You know? She probably was trying to crush me before I left.
Yeah.
And I made a quick exit as soon as I was like, oh, she seems cool. All right, guys, it was really nice hanging out with everybody. And then I bounced.
Yeah,
right?
That's smart.
Yeah. I feel good about that. I feel good about every decision I made that night. But that's
Well, that's good.
It's a good third eye popper.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's all laugh about it.
Let's all laugh about it, please.
Yeah.
Please. Let's all have a good time. Nancy laughed about it.
Yeah.
Nancy laughed about it. With your baby Bowser looking ass. See, that's kind of funny. You don't even know the context.
No. No.
Yeah, I can't wait till clips come out about that particular roast battle.
Yeah.
Nancy did something that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Through the whole entire roast battle, and it cracked me up. Okay. So, chakra popped. Let's get off this motherfucking chakra. Let's get to a whole new chakra.
Yeah, all the way up to the crown.
We did it, people. We made it to the crown. We're crowning.
What was this word that we remembered?
Oh, fuck. I'm back to hormones again. It's not hormones. That is it's the worst handwriting I've ever had.
I know.
That one word is the worst handwriting I've ever had. Awareness. Churchill. So spirituality, awareness. What do you got?
I don't know. I keep thinking about how Susan Summers died. And, you know, she was like our health guru.
Yes.
You know? Like, and she passed away at 76, which isn't super young, but it's not 96. You know, like I think you're like, that's 20 more years there, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
but that's 20 more hard years.
Yeah.
That's more like 40 years. You know what I mean? Like, that's when we start doing dog years. Like, once humans get up into the 70s, now we start aging like dogs.
Yeah. Oh, man. I had, like, I don't know how to articulate this, but I had, like, a moment the other day when I was with one of our daughters, and I was just like, I'm going to get old. She's going to get old. Like, I'm going to die. Like, it was just, like, one of those, like, it's like we're all gonna just like age, you know, and like it was just like whoa, you know, and like when you like your mortality really hits you, and you're like it's happening, like right now it's happening.
Yeah, it's tough. That every time that hits me, I'm just like, how do I back out of this thought? Like, ugh.
I was trying to go into it. I was like, okay, let me.
That's usually how I handle it.
Yeah.
I go out the other side.
Yeah.
It's the best way to handle it. I think that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to, anytime we get pressed about our own mortality, we have to just move through it.
But it's been lingering with me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't quite shake it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it keeps jumping back in my brain.
Yeah, like everything that happens that kind of reminds me of my sight has been failing.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I need
That's a rough one.
corrective eyewear.
You need them.
And that's tough.
Yeah.
That's a tough thing to deal with.
Yeah.
Like I can't get away from my mortality.
No.
And if I did get corrective lenses, I'll be wearing my mortality on my face.
Yeah.
And I'm not responsible, so I'll constantly lose my mortality.
You've got to have CVS corrective lenses then, like the cheap ones.
Are you trying to value my mortality right now? You're trying to put a value on my mortality right now.
You're the one that said you're not responsible.
Well, I mean, I'll probably be. I was just trying to be funny, Ansley. I'll probably be a little more responsible with my mortality than I was suggesting. Probably. you know, it's connecting me with being able to see the world. I might hang on to those with dear life. I might.
Mm-hmm.
Like once I'm able to like read things again.
Yeah.
I might not ever want to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna get like, oh, I know which ones you're gonna get. You're gonna get the ones that like split right in the middle, so they can like hang around your neck, and whenever you need them, you just pop them up, and maybe you'll put them in your your new chest bag if you need a place to put them. But
yeah, what if I got glasses and then suddenly realized you were white? What?
Your mother changed when she got glasses. What if you change when you get glasses?
Dude, my mom became one of the nicest people I ever met once she got glasses.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Is that why you're grumpy sometimes?
Name one time I've been grumpy. You name now you just try to do a joke and now I'm being serious about it. How about that? You were serious when I tried to do a joke about my mortality. Name one time I've been grumpy. Come on, I dare you. I dare you. Start fighting you. Come on, you better fucking do it. You better fucking do it. You better back that up. You can't be just saying that and I'll back it up. These people are going to think I'm grumpy now. Oh, I got something for spirituality awareness. But this kind of goes back to being an awkward person. But so today we were at the ADCC East Coast Trials, which brings out the best grapplers on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Best of the best.
To try to get into the ADCCs. That's what the East Coast Trials is, a chance to win your way into the actual ADCCs, which is basically the Olympics of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Right? And
well, at least for the men. The ladies just get to go try again.
The ladies have to win their
which I don't get, but it's cool.
Yeah. Well, we gotta make them do 2 trials because at any moment they could just break out into a women's basketball game, and we need to make sure they're not gonna do that. You ain't just a bunch of dudes chilling, are you?
Sometimes you wear some baggy shorts. I see you.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to make sure.
Yeah.
You got to make sure. Like, are you really serious about this? But so a lot of jiu-jitsu celebrities were walking around the building, and it was cool. We were like posted up next to the B team where we were hanging out, which is like a team of jiu-jitsu celebrities, which is pretty cool. And I bumped into one of my favorite jiu-jitsu competitors. Yeah. Young guy named Andrew Tackett. I think he's only like 21.
Is he really? Yeah, I think you're right.
Young,
yeah.
Right? And we were in line with each other at a chicken place. Yeah. You know? And he started talking to me first. I don't know if we talked about this. No. Like he just started talking to me.
Yeah. Like he seems like a very nice person. He was very nice when I came over.
He was in line with homies.
Yeah.
And just started talking to me and pulled me in.
Yeah.
Like it was almost, and this is what it felt like. He recognized that it was going to be a long line. Like we were all going to be in this line for a while. And he saw that like there were people in front of me that were in a group. Yeah. Then me, then his group. And he recognized that I was groupless. Yeah. And he pulled me in.
What a dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't know who he was. I mean, I knew, like, I said something to him and I turned around and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Was that Andrew? I think that was Andrew. And I pulled myself together. Yeah. And I turned around and was like, wait, are you Andrew Tackett? I was like, you're Andrew Tackett, right? And he was like, yeah. And we shook hands and stuff and started talking. And I was like, oh my God, I'm shaking hands with Andrew Tackett. Yeah. I'm shaking hands with Andrew Tackett. But all that, like usually when I have that reverence for a person, especially in comedy, I can't communicate with them. Yeah. I can't, I'm constantly fucking up, you know, especially in comedy because like my default always is to make jokes. Yeah. So if I'm talking to a comedian that I admire, I'm like, oh, I don't want him to think that I'm trying. You know what I mean? But like, this is a jiu-jitsu guy. I can make all the jokes I want to make, and
you're not trying too hard.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like if I was like, you start double leg takedown, you know, like arm drag, like put him in a headlock.
Just start doing jiu-jitsu drills, like sit-throughs. Like, hey, this is what I do.
It's really cool meeting you. Yeah. Hey, I always do this. I'm just gonna shrimp while we talk, if you don't mind. But yeah, no, I talked to him, man, and handled myself. I felt like I did very well.
Good job.
Yeah. Yeah. We're basically best friends now.
That's awesome. Do you follow him on Facebook or Instagram already?
I don't think that I do, but I'm going to follow him. I'm going to message him.
Yeah, you should.
I don't know. Maybe that's too much. Maybe I'm coming on too strong. I don't know. I don't know.
No, I think you can do it.
You think I should message him?
I think you should message
Should like right away or should I wait a couple of days?
No, you should do it soon because he might meet a lot of people. You don't know.
Oh my God.
You want him to know that you're the
He's probably not
going to
remember me. But yeah, I did not walk away from that situation like in my head, punching myself in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I felt really good about that.
Good job.
Yeah, I made best friends with Andrew Tackett. I'm kind of like almost a big deal too now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
pretty cool.
I'm basically one of the top jiu-jitsu competitors on the planet because me and Andrew Tackett are now best friends. No, I don't compete. But yeah. Yeah, I think it's a chakra pop. I think we did it.
I think we did it.
I think we did it again.
Yes.
Yeah. And I just want to remind everybody, check out the Patreon.
Yeah.
It's just $1.
Yeah.
We're having a good time over there. If you laughed more than one time through this podcast, and laughter is important to you, and laughter is something that maybe might be part of your evening routine.
Yes. Output some laugh.
Yeah. Come output with us.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait, you're supposed to output in the morning.
Come input with us. Input.
Let us put into you.
Ooh.
And then we could input together.
Yeah. Let us put into you and pop them chakras.
Yeah.
Let us get inside you and pop. Let us inside so we can pop. All right, check out our Patreon. $1 gets you all of our exclusive content. We also do some fight commentary and analysis on Ansley Jiu Jitsu matches. Let us in. Let us pop. We love you guys.
Love you.
We are out.
Bye.